Hi everybody, it's Kathy here, and today I am bringing you a creative team layout for Scrapbook Fantasies, and it is using the very vintage brand new papers that Alicia has just released. Here they are. You can get them at scrapbookfantasies.com.au and you will love them. That wood grain, everybody knows I love a wood grain, and look at the rich colour of it. It is to die for. So gorgeous. But surprise, surprise, I'm not using it for the whole of my layout. I'm using it as the border on my page, plus as some features throughout. I'm also then using this blue, which is like a granite, and it's going to be an interior frame, which I'm going to create inside the frame. So it's a little bit layered, this layout today, and what I'm doing is I'm going to distress the interior frame, and going to do that on all four sides just to give it some depth and some dimension. I was asked to play with these papers before they were released so that we could promote the beautiful textures and the fantastic embellishments. So we're asked to create embellishment clusters and tags, and on this one in particular I have developed a tag as well as the clusters. So I'm just building an interior frame for this layout, so that there is like a frame within a frame, and that's to give it some more depth and some more dimension to the overall appeal of this layout. It is also with the blue that I've chosen to put as the interior, to pick up the blue in the photos that you will see shortly. Now, as I said, this is the brand new collection. It's called Very Vintage. What I wanted to show was that it doesn't have to be vintage photos that you use these papers for. You can use them for other things besides heritage and vintage photos. This one here is particularly related to natural things in the environment. It doesn't even have people in this layout. So I do love each and every part of these this collection. It really is a great combination of colour and style and textures, and I can wholeheartedly recommend it for lots and lots of different projects that I'm sure you're going to have if you go through your photo stash. So I'm just building the end of that interior frame. As you can see there, I have beveled the inside edges so that it does look like a picture frame within a frame, and that's going to allow me to build in the base for the rest of the layout. And as you can see, I'm just roughing up those edges now with my nails, just to bring them up a little bit more so that they are more defined against the blue. Now, this is the reverse side of that wood grain, and it is a beautiful pink denim type fabric-y appeal with the dots. Alicia has used this design on a few of her papers, but this colour is unique to this collection. So the best thing about Scrapbook Fantasies papers is that they do mix and match across the collections, and you can utilise them in multiple ways. So I'm going to distress the edges of this one as well, because as I said, I love the texture feel to it. I want it to be a little bit more rustic and a little bit more natural appearing. So by breaking the edges with the distresser, I'm actually creating that texture and feel to the layout. Look at that wood grain. Isn't it just gorgeous? I can't wait to do a layout with just the wood grain as the feature. Yum-o. It's so good. Love anything wood grain. So I am just going to lay this one in again, and then I'm also going to take more out of it. So just by doing this, I'm showing you how you can stretch your budget and stretch your pieces of paper. So I have got this half a sheet, which the mushrooms that I've cut out were on the second half of this sheet. So that's the diversity. So far for this whole layout, I've only needed 2 pieces of paper, 2 of the things, no, maybe 3. And you will see that you can create the whole layout just with the 3 pieces of paper. And because half of 2 of them were fussy cut elements, which you can see piled up over to the left hand under my hand. So that makes these papers very good and very stash worthy, as I like to call them. So you can really bash your stash and extend your stash for a minimal cost. And for being Australian owned, these products are absolutely gorgeously thick, and they are so beautiful to work with. Now I am cutting down this to a piece of cardstock, which I am going to turn the wood grain over to be a feature on this layout. And look at that. There you go. See, I told you I was going to bring it in somehow. And that's going to be a backing for my photo. I then have that beautiful maroony pink, crimsony pink hessian, or burlap as you call it in America, into the layout here. So I'm just going to layer it up across there as a horizontal. That's going to give me a landing point for my photos, and also for my clusters that I want to build up across here. As you can see, the tape is just sticking terribly to the paper. It doesn't want to give it up, which is very, very frustrating. Now, I have this line showing here, which is easily fixed by using the branding strip at the bottom of the wood grain, and I am running it through my paper crimper so that I actually get like a corrugated effect with the paper, and I am going to run that across the middle as a like a ribbon across the center as a joining point and a landing point for my photos. And I just love the effect of that crimper and how it has just taken that branding strip and added that little bit of extra dimension to it. And as I said, that's where you can see the blue from the frame coming out and marrying to my photos. Now, these photos I took, I was outside and across the road in the local park, and these mushrooms were growing. And I don't know whether they're mushrooms. I don't think they're toadstools. I think they're mushrooms. They're wild mushrooms. We have cockatoos, and cockatoos like to drop the seeds everywhere that they pick up from everywhere. So mushrooms are often a sight that you see in our parks. What I was doing was taking the photos, because look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just beautiful, the colours in the mushrooms and the perspective. Because I'm going to take a photography group at school, and I was just collecting some photos to show perspective, because I'm going to be teaching that to the children, and I wanted them to be able to use things that were in the environment to build that that perspective and that photography skill with. So conveniently, these papers then landed in my hand to work with, and now the photos are ending up on a layout. Besides that, I've always liked taking photos of mushrooms. Like when I was in Alaska, I was taking so many photos of mushrooms. My girlfriend was like, why are you taking them? But I actually just like them. I love the colours. I love the textures. I just think that they're amazing, amazing features and parts of nature that should be photographed, I think. That's my opinion, and that's why I take lots of photos of mushrooms. Now I'm just working this ribbon, and it's annoying me because I can't get it exactly straight. I did make a little tear there, but that's okay because my tags that I'm going to lay on here are going to cover that up. I'm just going to tuck another piece of this wood grain down here to the bottom, and that's going to act as another landing point for the photos. And you can see that I now have got those 2 in place and the photos down in where I want them to be. So I created these tags using the leftover pieces of paper that I have from this project. I have not cut into any other new papers. They are only the same sheets that I've pulled to use on this layout. So I have economized. So please feel that you can extend your stash. You do not need to have every single piece and every single bit. You can economize, and you can extend your stash. That way you get more layouts for your sheets. And I am just dressing my tags with some jute, as you can see, and that's just so that they have that further texture and also are a finished item. And I just love the colours. Look at the colours, just beautiful. and they reflect the photos so perfectly well. I just love how this has come together. Now, I matted the photos on that lemony yellowy straw colour, and I've used that also for one of the tags. Now, this is the tag that I'm going to build up mushrooms on. I'm going to make a mushroom cluster, but I'm making it onto the tag so that it is a feature on the tag. So I'm just going to adhere all of those mushrooms onto that tag, and then the tag is going to become a cluster point in itself because it's going to be part of the 3 that you see sitting at the top there. So by building onto the tag, I've actually added another layer and another texture to this layout, which is very easy to achieve, yet looks so more polished and so finished for the overall feel of the layout. And look at these mushrooms, aren't they gorgeous? I just love them. Mushrooms and toadstools all mixed up together, and you can just layer them by mixing and matching, and I'm just making sure that I have the similar colors and the similar styles across both cluster points. Look at that. Just love these mushrooms and toadstools. Beautiful. Alicia has done a great job with this collection. You will love it. Seriously, you will need it in your stash. I'm telling you that, and I'm not even saying that because I need to say it. I'm just saying it because it's true. You really, really want this in your stash. Now I am just popping up the top of the heads of the mushrooms because I want them up off that page. I want them to have a bit of dimension. And then I've put in the flowers across the bottom, and now I'm going to tuck in the foliage. All of these are fussy cut from the papers. They are just beautiful. The colours are stunning, and they are so easy to just cut around and create beautiful pieces for your layouts. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to layer up my tags so that they are going to sit here on the layout. They are going to pick up the colours. As you can see, they're going to be reflective across the photos, reflective across the clusters, and reflective across the papers. And I just love how this is all falling into place. Not a difficult layout to create. Looks very, very effective. It is fiddly, I'm not going to lie. Some parts are, some parts aren't. You just need to be patient, and it's just a matter of layering and playing until you get it in the right combination for you. So I just love how that bottom cluster has come together and how full it is with all the leaves and the flowers and the mushrooms. And I love the little cluster on the tag. I think that adds just that little bit of extra. Now this, as I said, I did actually only take those photos just because I like to take photos of mushrooms, but because I'm going to be using them as a teaching point. But they turned out so well on this layout, and I'm glad that I was able to create a layout to include them. I do have an album that is just for me. It's things that I like. That was based on my son, who said, "Mum, you took the photo, why don't you scrap it? You like it." So I do have an album that is just for these odd bod photos and odd bod things that I take photos of, and I'm glad that I can add this one into that layout album. So you too can create as easily as this. Just putting a little bit of glue under there, under the jute, just so that it looks like it is naturally curling and swirling up there, but so it doesn't move around when I go to put it into the album. Now I'm looking at adding some extra bits of jute down into this cluster here just to tie it together. It is a little bit difficult because this jute is a little bit thicker, but I am tucking it in behind and allowing it to lap over. That's just adding a little bit more interest and tying the top to the bottom. And I just love how this has come together. It is just a simple design pulled together with multiple layers, a little bit of texture across there with that corrugated feel. And I'm going to finish off now with some paint splatters, and I'm going to use the white from Dina Wakefield because it's an acrylic and it's a bit thicker, and it just looks so good on this layout. And you can see how the white just magnifies the colours and the intensity of the colours. So you too can have a go at this. You just need to head over to www.scrapbookfantasies.com.au Go to the collections. This is the very vintage collection, and you too can be scrapping away using these wonderful products. So I thank you for watching all the way through. I do love how this turns out. Give me a thumbs up and lets YouTube know you like what I've done. If you haven't hit it already, do so now. And don't forget to come back, because I have loads of layouts from this collection and others that I am going to be showing throughout May. So please check back. I do appreciate you stopping by. Look at the rich colours there. Aren't they just divine? You will be absolutely pleased with every piece that you purchase from this collection. So thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate your subscription. Happy scrapping until next time, and here's my next video. I'll see you over there real soon.